John and myself getting all set up.
Hell yeah.
Beautiful day. 80, 82, I think.
It's gorgeous out.
Yeah.
It's been gorgeous out.
3, 2, 1.
What's up, guys? Happy Friday. Welcome to Titan Lifestyle with me and Big Dru.
What's up, guys? That's right. This is Titan Lifestyle. We do this every Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. We talk about Titan Therapy of the Week, my favorite. Second favorite. Question and answers, my favorite. Topics that we normally pick out that we think you guys and girls will be interested in, and also Titan events. We have some new events coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Very excited about that. We got a whole series that we just got.
Yeah.
Very excited about that.
Very, very cool. Very
Yeah.
cool. We're going to be in so many different new places this year. It's going to be awesome. And we've got so many new things for you guys, from therapies, new topics, and more education, more knowledge for you guys to help you guys be healthier, be stronger, be more aesthetically pleasing out there. And you know what? It's spring break. Right?
Yeah, I realized it's spring break because I went to the pool in my building, not to rub it in for you northerners, but I was at the pool earlier in my building and it was already packed. So, yeah, it's definitely spring break. I love it, though. I love it.
Me too.
We're like spring 80%, 89% of the year now.
Absolutely.
So,
absolutely.
Yeah.
And it's so nice.
Just spring breakers either go to Miami or go to Tallahassee. It's a little bit too much. Like,
yeah. You know, I see down in Miami because they're trying to get rid of spring break.
Yeah, that's why everyone's trying to bring it to Tampa. They're paranoid.
Yeah. I mean, they're closing liquor stores at 8 p.m. Yeah, they have curfew on South Beach. I mean, it's gotten to the point where they are trying to eradicate spring break in Miami. And Fort Lauderdale. It used to be back in the day, like I know when I was a kid and everything like that, everybody used to go to Fort Lauderdale. Yeah. And now they're all heading to Tampa. Tampa's the new city, right? So it's really, really cool. It's just been kind of crazy with all the traffic and stuff like that in some of the places. But
yeah, I wonder if people are going to actually like work around it. If they're going to be like, okay, well, if the liquor store is closed at 8, we'll just get everything beforehand and find a new location or this private location. So I'm interested to see how long it's going to last, or if people are going to be like, just make the adjustment. Because I know for me growing up in New England, Massachusetts, places like that, you couldn't buy alcohol on certain days, on Sundays.
Indiana was
so it was like, you had the bootlegger. So now we just, make the adjustment where they have places you can go on the side.
Yeah.
So I wonder if people are going to now just stock up at 7, 8 o'clock for the night and find locations, or Tampa's booming. Tampa's more booming than Miami now, so especially downtown. So I have a feeling they're going to start coming this way, maybe Clearwater, St. Pete. So.
Yeah, I mean, we got beautiful things here in the Tampa Bay area, so I'm sure everybody would love to be here, and I love being here. And with spring break here, that means that summer is not too far.
Yeah.
Right? Like 2 months out after that. And, why not start, if you haven't started already, getting your summer body where it needs to be.
Right.
If you've let yourself go for a couple months, you haven't been training, you haven't been on a nutritional plan like you should be, something might be off, or you just want to start a new health and fitness journey, then now is the time for sure. Don't wait till the last minute. Get started now. That way, hey, listen, you're prepared, you're ready, you can build the body that you want to build, lose the weight that you want to lose, or build that muscle that you want to build too as well.
Yeah, I see a lot of times people getting in great shape in like the end of September, October, and it's almost like, oh, I have my body now, but now if you're up north, it's getting cold, you can't enjoy it. So like John said, now is the time, or even yesterday is the time where you should jump on it. So that way you'll be at your peak body, whether you want to get bigger, whether you want to get smaller, whether you want to, whatever your goal is. Not everybody's goal is to be a certain way, but that way you can be at your goal look, come July 4th or whatever, midsummer.
Absolutely.
So you can look great. Not when it's getting cold and the trees and the leaves are falling down up north and now you're shredded wearing a bubble coat.
That's no fun.
It's like keeping a Corvette in the garage all the time.
Right.
It doesn't make sense.
All right, so we got 2 questions on here. One is, do we ship to Canada? So we don't ship to Canada. The pharmacies can't ship out of the United States. If you have somebody here in the United States that you have a family member or friend that maybe you can ship to first, then we can do that, and they can ship directly to you in Canada. That would be the way to do it. We can do all the online consultations and all that good stuff, but as far as shipping medications, that is something you're going to have to sort out, maybe with a friend or family member that's in the United States. Let's talk about the new therapy of the week, man. GHK-Cu.
GHK-Cu. I don't know, man. I have a question that I wanted to ask you while we're on live. Someone asked me this the other day, one of my clients. She's taking ECA and she's taking biotin. She's taking biotin for her hair, skin, nails. She also wanted to know, can she take the GHK with it? I told her I didn't know. I'd find out like you guys and girls know. I'm never going to figure it out on my own. I'm never going to guess. So I didn't know the answer, so I'm asking John live now. So if she's watching, here's your answer. He's going to let you know if you could run biotin for your hair, skin, and nails with GHK GHK-Cu for your hair, skin, and nails.
Yep. So GHK-Cu is a copper peptide. Now you could run it with biotin or any other therapies, not a problem at all. What it's really good for. So GHK-U is great for the skin. I know we say hair, skin, and nails, and it does affect everything, but mostly skin. So what it can do is it can help remodel skin. And we're talking about remodeling skin, and people are asking, well, what is remodeling skin? And like, what does that mean? I get a whole new face or a whole new skin? And we got to remember that the biggest living organ in our body or on our body is our skin. So we want to protect it too. So with GHK-Cu, what it can help is remodeling the skin. And when we talk about that, we're talking about lines, wrinkles in the face. Over time, getting rid of those naturally. It helps with collagen, so it introduces more collagen into the body. It can also help with anti-inflammatory and antioxidant properties. So if you have inflammation in the body, it's going to take away the inflammation. If you have bad skin, it's going to help that skin glow better. And like I said, remodel the skin. For hair, it's not going to do anything as far as follicle-wise or anything like that. It is good for the skin, the top of the scalp and stuff. But if you're looking for something for more hair gain, right, or keeping the hair that you're doing, what I would introduce is the hair foam. And the hair foam has minoxidil, it has lantropose, and it has finasteride. Topical, you put that on every night before you go to bed, wash out in the morning, or vice versa, whatever you want to do. But that's going to probably be the best to introduce if it's just for hair. If it's for skin, GHK-Cu is definitely the way to go.
And John make a good point. If it's for skin, now that the summer is here, a lot of people are fair skinned. A lot of people get sunburned real easy.
Yes.
I know people that can go out in the sun all day long and not get a shade darker or burn. And I also know other people, a couple of my friends that are Irish, real fair skin, where they're real fair skin, people with freckles, reddish hair, that skin tends to burn real easy. So this will probably help a lot with that too. Obviously, protect your skin as much as you can. I'm not a big believer in the whole sunscreen thing. That's a whole nother show. But yeah, for burns, whether it's a sunburn or like, a burn from a stove, it's great for your skin that way too. Also, I'm assuming maybe with razor bumps. I mean, I don't know. I might try it. A lot of people shave. A lot of people shave their bodies. Men, we shave their body everywhere now. It's not like before where, guys don't shave. Now it's like they're selling men's hair shave-all in the stores everywhere. So razor bumps, I might try it for razor bumps. Guys that shave my head all the time, so shave my body for photo shoots. So skin, I'll definitely be using it if I do decide to do it only for the skin. But I'll get the other benefits as well, too.
Absolutely.
So why not just take them all?
Absolutely. GHK-Cu is the one's a big one. I know that Michael Hearn is big on this. He said, I'd rather have better skin than muscle. I was like, damn. I was like, I don't know. I was like, I'm up in the middle about that.
I don't know.
But he's like, think about it. If you have bad skin, you want to take off your shirt, it's going to look horrible, right? It's not going to look aesthetically pleasing.
Yeah.
So I can understand that. And as you get older, your skin, if you're not making sure that hormones are balanced, your skin can start going downhill too as well. Start cracking, start flaking. Start getting more wrinkly, or even if you're out in the sun a lot here, you look like a crocodile. I'm sure we've came across a couple of people that both of us that we've seen this with. So
especially if you're shaving your body, or whether you're a woman, legs, or you're a man, your arms, leg, whatever, chest. Shaving all the time and not taking care of your skin, not hydrating, not doing what you can. I know a lot of people say I don't want to hydrate after I shave because then I'm going to be all sweaty outside. You're going to be sweaty anyways. Would you rather be a little bit sweaty and just cool off, or have a whole bunch of irritation and just all of that stuff? So
and then break out.
And then then you can't reshave because now you have breakouts. You have to wait for the breakout to heal before you reshave. So then someone calls you and says, "Hey, let's go to the pool party next week." You say, "No, I can't go. I got something better to do." But they don't realize that you got ingrown hairs everywhere, and you got to wait for them to heal to go over again. So GHK start taking on a regular basis. I want to see how it's going to help. That's the worst.
Definitely the worst. There is an antibiotic that when I went to a dermatologist, I started breaking out one time on my arm or something. I didn't know why, and the dermatologist said, it might be from shaving. And I was like, if you take this antibiotic, he's like, you will never have this problem. I'm like, when am I supposed to take this antibiotic every time I shave? I'm like, I don't want to do that either, right? He's like, yeah, you can do that. It's totally safe. I'm like, I don't know about that. So I never went with that, but at that point, I know there's stuff out there, but this is way better. This is more natural for your body to do. So it is a better way. All right, so we got another question. Thoughts on post-meal after late-night gym session for a busy dad? Richie.
Post-meal, you're looking for, basically when people say post-meal, for people that's watching, when they say post-meal or post-workout, that basically mean after the gym. So he's looking for something he can have late at night. A lot of people don't like to eat late at night. He's looking for a late-night after meal. before bed, I would say, first of all, what are your goals? Are you trying to get leaner? Are you trying to get bigger? Are you bulking, cutting? That'd be the main thing. If you're trying to get leaner, I would suggest maybe like a good quality red meat meal with some veggies.
Yep.
You don't really need carbs at that point.
Nope.
Yeah, just some meat and veggies. Quality meat, quality veggies. Organic veggies, the greener the better.
Yep.
And I'm a firm believer in the darker the meat, the better. So steak, bison's good. Or even if you want something light in your stomach, maybe some whole eggs or egg whites with some veggies works perfect. So you don't want to fill your stomach up with oatmeal and potatoes and carbs, especially if you're not like a lean person all the time.
Right.
That could affect you a little bit. So basically just clean meat and veggies. If you want to throw some fats in there, maybe 50 grams of avocado, a little bit of avocado or some fats. I'm not a big fat guy.
Me neither.
I just get my fats from my red meat. So.
Me too.
But basically, red meat, veggies, eggs, veggies, egg whites or veggies, and if you can, maybe a small piece of avocado.
Yeah. I mean, for sure. Like Drew said, it really does depend on what your goal is and what you're trying to achieve, right? If you're trying to bulk up, then you definitely want to have some sort of post-meal. Either way, I think I would stay away from the carbs.
Yeah.
That's just me in general, because you will get leaner as you get bigger. You can get the unicorn effect.
John's right, and actually, he was one of the first ones that got me, eating clean and all that. So before, I didn't even care about protein. Like I would do protein a little bit, but I was mainly just carbs, 1,000 grams of carbs a day. Now, I'm realizing when I eat, the other day I literally just had steak. Like I had nothing else.
Yeah.
After I ate it, I felt great. My stomach was down, no bloating. I felt like clean.
Yeah.
So I mean, carbs are really.
That's the way to go.
They're a little bit overrated.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Out there like,
it's like a mental
can't build
thing.
muscle without carbs. I'm like, yeah, you can.
You can't. I mean, obviously everyone's genetics are different, but I mean, a lot of times it's just such a mental thing.
Yeah.
Like if you look at back in the day, even Michael Hearn, when he was younger, and Robbie Robinson, all those guys are like way back in the day. They never were taught that you need carbs.
Right.
Everything was protein. So
Right.
those guys did steak and eggs for years and looked great.
Yep.
Now all of a sudden people are doing, 3 cups of cream of rice, 2 oatmeals, and bananas. I do a little bit of oats in the morning, but after that I like to have my carbs about half what they normally are.
Right.
Just don't worry about the scale, worry about the mirror. And again, if you could tell us what your goals are, we can give you a better idea.
Yes, and that's definitely the way to go. I mean, even if you're just trying to lean up, I mean, a good way, or even if you're trying to bulk, I guess. No. Well, I mean, you're gonna want to eat the meal. If you want to lose weight, then I would say just drink a protein shake, go to bed.
Yeah. Or you could just do like John does and just have some hard-boiled eggs.
That's true.
He does 10 hard-boiled eggs every morning. I mean, that's pretty much all he needs.
That's it.
You're getting your aminos from the yolks. You're getting your quality protein from the whites.
Yeah.
And another thing too is, what are you looking like now? Are you overweight? Are you underweight? Are you lean? Because that makes a big difference. If you're the type of person who's been skinny your whole life and you're trying to gain weight, you might need a little bit of carbs. And then again, if you're just trying to get lean, bring that waistline in, I would just say 0 carbs, just meat and veggies.
Do you have any idea why, since I started testing, my mental health has went to shit? Well, literally, it shouldn't. Honestly, it should be improving your mental health.
I think I may
now,
have an answer.
The only ideas that I could think of is that, and I don't know what your program is or regimen or where you're getting it from, but, if you're not balancing all the hormones, if something is off, let's say you start a test, right? And at that point, energy went up, but now your mental went to crap. And at that point, have you tested your estradiol? Do you know where everything's at?
Yeah.
Because this is like for me, like a red flag type deal. Like when somebody tells me this, something's off. There's something that's off. And if everything was fine before you started test, and you went on test, and now it's went even worse, then there's something off. And this is where I would say, listen, you might need a blood test, or we need to look at the regimen and start going over and maybe possibly tweaking things. So that's probably why, for sure, 100%.
Yeah, I would say the same thing what John said. Estrogen. If a lot of times guys get their blood work if they're in the military through the VA, this and that, and they're literally only looking at one number. I had a conversation with someone yesterday about this. They were like, why do I feel like crap and I'm taking testosterone? When I further talk to him, he's basically taking it on his own, doing what he thinks. He's like, I'm on TRT. He kept saying, I said, who are you going through? I said, who are you going through?
I hate
He's
that.
like, no, I just got it. I just ordered it and I'm just doing TRT. You're not doing TRT.
No.
You may be doing someone's TRT dose, but it may not be yours.
Right.
And he's like, yeah, I feel like crap. I don't know why I'm taking tests. I'm, my libido's off, this and that. I'm like, your estrogen probably through the roof. You don't even know where you're at right now.
Right.
Like, you may, you don't even know. You may be an overloaded test.
It's true.
You know, there's some guys. Me and John were talking about. They're 800.
Yeah.
You're good. We don't need to give you
Right.
anything. You're already.
No.
If you're one of those guys that's 800, and now you're taking more. You could be 2,000-3,000, and your estrogens could be through the roof.
Yep.
And now it's like you can't even enjoy the benefits of it. So
Yeah.
again, hit us up 727-389-3220. And I'm not going to guarantee. I'm not the doctor, I'm not a provider, but I could almost guarantee if you go through us, you're not going to feel that way.
We're gonna definitely doubt
Yeah,
you.
you're not gonna feel
don't
that
feel
way.
like that for sure, 100%. We don't want. That's the whole point of doing it right.
Yeah.
You know, you got.
I'm on TRT. Really? Through who? No one. I'm just doing 100 or 200
I'm self-prescribed. Like, all right, bro, you're self-prescribed. Like, where did you learn this from?
Yeah.
My dude,
Dr.
like,
Google.
Oh man, I'm like, that's what the normal dose is, 200 milligrams. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, what else are you doing? You know, are you balancing these things out? Are you blood testing? Are you checking these levels? Are you looking at this? You know, because even if you were doing your own thing, if you're not blood checking, right, you're not checking your labs, you're doing yourself a disservice. Like, you can literally look at things, and if you don't know what's on the blood test, you can pay somebody to look at the blood test that knows a provider, and they tell you, hey, listen, this is high, this is low, whatever. And then you can adjust it. But I mean, at that point, like, why even mess around? You know, to save a couple bucks. Well, the couple bucks that you're saving is in the support that we give you to give you the right information and not some dumb shit that you learn online or from somebody that really doesn't know what the hell they're talking about. Yeah. So, just at that point, listen, everybody thinks it's cheaper to go their own way. But, man, it's inconsistent in the way that you might be getting things, too, as well, as far as concentration or dosages, too, even if it says 200 milligrams per ml in the vial.
And like John said, or like what he explained, you're getting your money's worth. Definitely. If you go elsewhere, you don't know you're getting your money's worth until 12 weeks go by, the bottle is gone, you feel like crap, you get your blood work done, and then you find out that it wasn't real or wasn't what it said it was. Or so, I mean, then you're wasting all the money.
Yes.
Like, at all. So like, I'd rather spend my money and know what I'm getting, because this isn't something that you're going to notice right away. That's why I tell people all the time, if you guys take testosterone from somebody else or some guy or some random, you don't know how it's going to work until 2-3 weeks or even 2 months. Yeah. So a lot of guys take it and they think, oh, I'm doing this. I'm on a TRT. Yeah. And then they get the blood work done. Me, I was that guy, 5 years ago. Ask Joe. I was that guy. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing my own thing. I'm on TRT. I come to Titan, I get my blood work done. It's a 408. I'm like, wait a minute. That was the last day I ever, literally, that was the last day I ever, because this whole time I'm like, yeah, I'm 300 pounds. I got abs. I can lift the house. I feel great. And all the things, the side effects that I had, I didn't realize because they were estrogen and low test. So even though I was slamming down the food and gaining the weight, I felt like crap, and I thought I was there, but I wasn't. So literally I was wasting my money for 3 to 6 months, whatever it was before that, to then find out. So that's another, guys, we do blood work in-house. So if you're in Tampa and you're taking testosterone, which I don't recommend on your own, you should never take it on your own. But if you are, come into the office, get your blood work done. Absolutely. If you need a discount, don't worry, I got you. If you need to, come to the office, get your blood work done, and then that way you'll be able to tell if what you're taking is real. Absolutely. Because I literally was that guy. I was like, nah, I don't want to spend blah, blah, blah. I wasted. Yeah. And now I look better, waist is smaller, I feel better, I'm still, and everything is regulated now. Now I know what it feels like to feel good, where before it was just like big, TRT. Yeah, right.
It's true, guys. It
I
really
can go on
is
and
true.
on. Know what you're getting, man. You don't want to buy a go buy a Lamborghini, you pop the engine and it's got like, but it's a Hellcat engine. Yeah, but it's not a Lamborghini. Right. So it's like, yeah, it may be good, but it's not what you're not going to pay for a Lamborghini and get like, a regular, Daytona Charger engine in it. It's just, I could go on and on.
Yeah. It's just not going to happen. All right. So one guy said, I get too watery on high carbs. Definitely understand that. Definitely understand that. And then Kirk says, I like the full look carbs give you. So carbs do fill you out, right? But there's a time where I guess you could do this too.
Such a perfect answer. I was literally going to say that if you want to get full, then just have carbs when you need to have that look. Right. Not all the time. Right. Keep some honey around. Honey's good.
And then even if you're looking for a full look, I mean, Hercules Potion, if you get a pump, right, you're going to be a little bit fuller. Now, carbs will definitely increase that, obviously, especially if you haven't had any carbs. If you introduce those carbs, and they're good carbs too, especially, you're going to fill out pretty nice. But that's not like every day, right? I mean, every day you want to look so full and like you're full. Work it, introduce it when you need it. I think that's the best way to go. Totally up to you, though, how you want to look.
Just time it. I was the same way. I used to feel carbs all day long. Now it's like, okay, I got a photo shoot. I got an appearance, get a little pump.
Yep.
I squirt some honey in my mouth, do a couple push-ups, some Hercules potion. I don't need carbs anymore.
Yeah, no.
You know, Hercules potion is the main one. That people, if you guys want to look full, you could literally have 0 carbs, have 4 eggs, and take some Hercules and do a couple push-ups, and you're gonna look like you just had 300 carbs.
It's true.
But
It's
you're not gonna feel like you had 300 in your stomach. But your
Yes.
muscles will feel that way. So it's another thing too. If you want to keep your waistline down, little Hercules.
Yep.
You know, literally a couple push-ups, and you'll look like you took a whole bunch of carbs.
And no looking watery.
Yeah.
Right?
Actually, Hercules will help with the water.
Right.
It'll actually help with the water too.
will.
So.
Ryan, does semaglutide hinder gains, energy, and strength? So, like anything else, if we go into a calorie deficit and we're not eating enough protein, then obviously you're not going to be able to retain the muscle that you want to retain. I mean, this is anything.
Yeah.
Even if you didn't take semaglutide and you stopped eating protein, and all you ate was vegetables and carbs, I think, and you went into a deficit, you're probably gonna lose muscle. Now, energy. Most people that take semaglutide actually talk about gaining energy, so they're not like dead. And there's no stimulants in semaglutide. Strength-wise, this is all going to be on you. Training is everything, right? And then eating the right nutrition factor at that point is going to help with this. I've seen people go on semaglutide and not lose any of their gains whatsoever and cut up. I've seen other people go on semaglutide that don't work out at all, don't have a good nutrition plan, and they lost a ton of weight. Yeah. Did they lose some muscle along with it? Maybe. But did they have a lot of muscle to begin with?
No.
Probably not.
Yeah, and they weren't even concerned. A lot of people aren't concerned with muscle. They just want to lose weight. So.
I mean, the majority of people that want to lose a lot of weight, that are really obese or overweight, they could care less about muscle.
Yeah.
Because most of them don't go to the gym at all anyway. If they do, it's not to lift a whole bunch of weights, to do a whole bunch of cardio.
And here's another thing, too. A lot of people that have always been obese, overweight, whether it's 100 pounds or even more overweight, they're not concerned with the muscle, but they don't realize how much muscle they have.
Right.
Because if you're 300 pounds or 400 pounds and you've been moving that weight your whole life, every time you stand, sit, you're squatting. So now I know people that have lost 100 pounds like, whoa, I didn't even realize I had these muscles because it was underneath everything. So that's another thing too, is that some of them aren't concerned with it, but they actually get more definition and shape. They didn't think they had it because they never been able to get rid of that outside to get to it.
Right.
So,
that suit, big suit that's around them, So, so definitely. I mean, listen, and here's another thing. If you can trim up, per se, let's say you're 210 pounds, but you're at like 18% body fat, and you go down to 10% body fat and you lose 10 pounds. You're probably going to look just as big, if not bigger, because you're more defined.
Yeah, throw the scale away. Look at the mirror. Go for the look you want.
Yes.
Unless it's a weight gaining contest.
Yes.
You don't really need to be stepping on the scale unless you're if you have to make weight for a certain sporting event, boxing, powerlifting, wrestling. If you have to make a weight, that's one thing. But I'm saying just go off the look you want. Even if you're a trainer out there, if you're a trainer training someone. Don't ask how tall you want to be, how much you want to weigh. Hey, send me a picture of someone you want to look like. That's what I do. Send me a picture of someone you want to look like, so now I know what you want to look like rather than just a scale. People say, like women say, I want to lose 20 pounds. They lose the 20 pounds like, I want to look like this. I'm like, this woman is 20 pounds less than what you weigh.
Right.
It's just a matter of, the mirror never lies.
More muscle definition, whatever it is.
Yeah, it never lies. You could actually look bigger and better if you want to look, and actually lose the weight. So that's a situation I'm in right now where it's like I used to always have to be a certain number. Now the carbs aren't that crazy. I still get carbs in, but now I'm protein guy, So, and not only that, the protein's actually going to help speed up the fat loss as well. So high protein, low carb, no carb, and veggies if you want to get shredded. Jimmy Dean. Jimmy Dean's in the building. Jimmy, have you seen Jimmy's cooking? Man, go to his page one day. You're going to get so hungry. He's like man, that's all he does is ribs. Man.
Really?
Hey, Jimmy Dean, we need to get you a healthy, if you have a healthy recipe, let me know.
Yeah, definitely, for sure.
If you have a Kimbo. Kimbo.
Prier and Pretty Fit 42. Do you have an affiliate program? So we don't have like an affiliate program per se, right? Because everything's prescribed, but we do have a program where if you are sending people, we can, send some sorts of credits up for you and stuff like that to help you out. Do you believe in muscle memory? Absolutely. Muscle memory is a thing, guys, for sure, 100%.
Nice, Jimmy Dean. You're down 50.
That's awesome.
Almost 50. I like it.
I like it for sure.
I like it.
Can Bro in the Hat do a glute spread? Come on, man.
Hey, listen.
Yeah, he do it?
The thing is, yeah, you gotta.
spread.
What's the most
That's why I always. That's why I
average
always read the question in my head before, because I've almost got caught before
my
that.
God.
Yeah.
Best way to suppress appetite. All right, so
Semaglutide.
yeah, semaglutide's a good one. Tirzepatide's another good one. Those are great ones. If you're looking more of a natural way to do it, then you're gonna want to eat. I was talking about this the other day. So I eat a little bit of fruit here or there, but what's the best fruit to eat? And that's what one of my topics was on Tuesday.
I'd say berries, blueberries, raspberries,
Right,
blackberries.
green antioxidants. I thought it was a berry.
Yeah.
Number one thing nutritionists across the board for fruit is an apple.
Yeah, I eat apples. Actually, they help suppress the appetite. a little
Yes.
bit, yeah.
And so the other big thing is that I've been learning a lot about colon, colorectal cancer, all this stuff. Is fiber, and an apple has the most fiber out of any fruit. It has 5 grams of fiber that you take in, which will help digestion too as well.
Yeah.
And it's more of a dense fruit where you chew.
Yeah.
And that if you chew longer, they will make your appetite go away, and it will be more fulfilling when you swallow it down, I guess. So, that's one. Water is a big one to suppress appetite naturally, but listen, semaglutide, tirzepatide, if you take that along with it, you're gonna be good to go.
Yeah, the apple a day keeps the doctor away is true.
The old
It-
saying,
It really,
that's what
it really
it
is
says,
true.
right?
And the thing with me is I find if I eat apples late at night, I'm more of an apple at night, banana in the morning type guy.
Yeah.
So like if I want something sweet, I try to tend to every once in a while I have my Hershey's with almonds.
Yeah, no,
I'm like a Hershey's with almonds. Like
I love that. That's
But
what
I mean,
my
now
favorite.
the thing is you could trick your body too. People that have an addictive personality to eating, you could trick your body into eating something healthy too. And I've done this because I used to eat brownies every night. I used to eat, cook certain type, this and that. Now I'm obsessed. First, I was just like an apple a day. So I've been doing an apple a day, but now late at night when I get the munchies, I want something sweet.
Yep.
It's like I fiend for the apple. So
Nice.
you guys can trick yourself into eating something healthy.
I like that.
It's just like after we wake up, you have your coffee, have coffee. It's like people get used to it.
Yeah.
Or 12 o'clock, oh, I need my, it's the time I eat. Your stomach starts growling. So same thing, you can trick yourself eating some healthy stuff or apples.
Yeah.
Or just throw apples. You can throw your apple in your shake. You can make homemade applesauce. It's real good too. So yeah.
Definitely good. And guys, it's just really important. I mean,
Apple a day.
Apple a day keeps all those little ceilings are right. I mean, even for
Simplest
me,
thing.
like what I've been doing is I've been getting Fit Crunch bars, or I've got like the protein chips. Like I'll eat those. Like if I'm getting a sugar, because listen, if you stop eating sugar for like I would say a week to 2 weeks, if you stop eating it, you will not crave it.
Yeah.
But once you start, you will crave the shit out of it. It's so true.
But it's true. And the thing is, he made a good point because now that I've been eating apples, even now, I know the exact apples they have them right at the store. Like now that I've been eating, it's true. Like the more you eat it, the more you're gonna crave it.
Yeah.
So
true.
So true.
It's so true, guys.
When I was on that McDonald's for all those years, it's like, man,
Right?
I can't even believe I used to do that. But it's like,
Man,
what are they putting in here? Fentanyl in the damn cheeseburgers?
I mean,
I keep coming back eating this stuff.
It's truly
Crazy.
addictive. It's crazy. So. Joy Bings asked, what's going on, guys? How do you feel about mixing MK677 and testosterone? Have a good weekend, gents.
You got to answer that one.
All right, so MK677, oral GHRH peptide. So, and then testosterone is an FDA-approved GHRH peptide. So, listen, I think that you may be doing some overlapping with the MK, right? As far as is the GHRH standpoint of releasing growth hormone in the body. Do I think it's going to be a negative effect? Probably not. The other effect is going to be is you're going to get really hungry. So if you're looking to get hungry, then MK would probably be the route to go along with testosterone. Now, I just started testosterone myself, and I've had a couple patients on testosterone for a couple months now, and the results have been astonishing, like crazy. And especially with, it targeting visceral fat. There's no other drug on the market that targets fat specific places. So when we talk about weight loss, and somebody says, "Oh, I'm going to do a whole bunch of abs." Well, that's great, but you're not going to just gain. You're not going to lose weight in your abdomen. Okay, you're going to lose weight all around your whole body. But this specifically targets belly fat and visceral fat. So that is one big upsell for me. Like me as a person, as a patient, myself, I'm like, "Oh, cool! I can raise my growth hormone levels and I can get rid of visceral fat, which is the worst adipose tissue in the body." All right, that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I'm trying to gain more in an anabolic state, add the MK in there, and you'll get the hunger factor along to go with it. So I think that's probably going to be it.
Got the Tom Bolt is asking, what's the number one cleanest protein powder?
What do you think?
I would just go the natural route. I would go some pasture raised eggs or some, pasture raised, if you could find it, egg whites. I don't know if they have that, but I'm not a fan of protein powders.
Me neither.
Lately, if I do have, I'm not gonna lie, if I do have to have a protein powder, what I always tell people is I'm not a fan of fake protein and fake this and that, but it's better to eat that than not eat it at all. So if you're in a rush, if you're traveling, you don't have your meal, you can't get some eggs. I mean, there is good, decent protein powders, but for me, I've been doing the vegan ones. I've been doing the more vegan ones because they're lactose free. It's easier on your stomach. At that point, I'm just looking for a certain amount of grams of protein. It's a lot easier on your stomach. So I would just recommend, if you're gonna get a protein powder, go with something that's easy on your stomach, lactose free, and don't just get the cheapest one, because those are the ones that give you the bubble guts. You hear guys like, "Oh, I did that." I'm like, "Where'd you get it?" "I got it at Walmart." I'm like, "Come on, you can't buy protein powder at Walmart and expect to have your stomach right." If you buy a burger from McDonald's, it's going to sit in your stomach the same way why bad protein is. But if you go to a high-end restaurant, have a grass-fed bison burger, you're going to feel great. So treat your protein the same way. And again, go with eggs or egg whites over protein powder.
Definitely. So I mean, that's definitely. And Drew, I'm right. I agree with you 100%. As I've gotten older, and especially with Titan, I got rid of every protein powder that I've ever had. I used to be, back in the day, go to GNC, buy their protein powder, their mass gainer, BCAAs, all that. So now I get everything from food, everything. But if it's a post meal and I can't eat a meal, I'm gonna drink a shake. I get one of the core shakes. That's Fairlife that usually does it. It's really clean. I think that's about the cleanest I think that's out there, in my opinion. There might be something better. Or eat like a Fitch Crunch bar from Irvine. They sent me. So at that point, like, those would be the way. But I agree that food should be your main source of everything that you try to get. But you're not going to get everything in your day, possibly, right? So that's when you have to start looking at what is the other best way for me to get this. And I think that's the best way. I mean, having something like that you can eat, because it's going to be better than you going to McDonald's. Right? Or getting a hot dog from 7-Eleven off their little grill. I mean, I see these people going and getting this. I'm like, man, I wouldn't eat that if you paid me.
Yeah, honestly, if I'm out someplace, like say if me and him are traveling and we're not at our kitchen, we're looking for something, I'll run into a Publix and grab a short carton of egg whites pounded at the register. I don't care. Or I'll grab a short carton of egg whites and grab a Crystal Light packet, dump it in there, an orange one, shake it up, slam it down real quick, just get it over with. Like I'm not trying to eat, and then after that I may sit down and actually chew on something for the flavor. But protein, just get it in you, man. The cleaner the better. The cleaner the better.
Sure. 100%.
Or if you get regular, organic, vegan, plain unflavored protein, that way if you can't stomach enough food, say you have your meal, you could do like 1 scoop of unflavored protein on top of your rice or whatever and mix it in, so it'll give you another 20 grams. So that way you're getting 20 more grams. So you may get the 50, 60 you need, but you're not having to eat so much food. But eggs are great too, because I tell people to eat rather than drink protein shakes. Oh, I can't eat all that food. Eggs are great because they're light. It takes 2 minutes to make on the pan real quick. You could dump it into a bowl and it's light on your stomach. It's easy to chew. You don't have to chew it. You could have bad teeth. So eggs is like the best thing ever.
Eggs are. Yeah. They are. Yeah. They're the truth for sure.
I'm just so impatient I can't even hard boil them. Like, he hard boils in the morning. I scramble them. I don't have the patience to sit there and wait and then pick the. I'm like, no, let me just.
You know what I got?
I'll do like Rocky Balboa, put it in a glass and just.
I'm gonna get you one of these. I'm gonna buy you
the hard boiler thing.
So listen, I've used multiple hard boilers for the eggs. Some so crappy I would never use them again. Like they didn't do the eggs right. It was really hard to peel afterwards and all this. The best one that I found on the market is Shaquille O'Neal's.
Oh, shit.
It does, I think, like 10 eggs, and it does it in like 6-7 minutes.
So what do you just put it in, add water or something like
you add the water to the little tray at the bottom. You put the eggs in there. Boom, done.
Yeah, because I've had like a crappy one before that it was like I was still picking the egg. I'm like, man, this is.
And then the peel. Like butter. I couldn't believe it.
It just pops right off?
Just comes right off.
I might need to do that.
So that is definitely one. I'm definitely going to get you one of those.
Appreciate that. I'll use that. I start back on my eggs every morning.
But yeah, that's definitely one of the ones out there that what I thought, man, like Shaquille O'Neal, I'm like, come on, you just put his name on this. But I was like, man, this is really a good one.
Shaq's the biggest.
And I've used a couple of them.
What doesn't Shaq own or do? Like,
I know.
Kleenex and phone chargers, everything.
Papa John's. I mean, he's got everything. At Reebok, he's the president of Reebok too?
Yeah. shipping as well. We could figure out a way to get you guys your stuff. So,
Yeah, for real.
yeah.
It's been good, though. It's been good. So, listen, guys, while we wait, upcoming Titan-sponsored events, 3:30, 4:27, and 5:25. We will be down in Orlando for the NPC and IFBB Pro League Clash Series Championships. 4:27 is all women's weekend, so we're gonna see a whole bunch of hot ladies.
It's gonna be an event full with estrogen.
Yes,
but it's gonna be great though. In terms of like bodybuilding and stuff, this is like, you know how women are. They love the all girls thing. So I'm excited. It's a whole bunch of women. It's bikini. It's figure.
Yes.
And plus, we got a booth over there, so it's gonna be great.
So there's more testosterone there than a normal group of women.
Oh,
yeah.
100%. 100%. 8183 Tampa Pro, the titanmedical Tampa Pro.
Vegan Cartel.
Yep. Vegan Cartel. That's gonna it would be on your blood work. Usually 200 milligrams is what's prescribed, but it could be more, it could be less.
Yeah.
It really just depends on your blood work and your medical history. What else we got? Mr. Olympia, 10:10 to 10:13 will be in Las Vegas. 10:18 and 10:19. Right when we get back, we'll be at the Hurricane Pro. And then we have one more Clash Series, 11-2. And then we're going to have other events scheduled in within here. This is what we've got locked in so far.
Yeah, we always got new stuff going on. So, guys, make sure you tune in every week. If you guys want to know about the events, too, text that number so you can get to our newsletter. We'll send you the newsletter. You'll have therapy of the week. We'll have events. We'll have everything on there, too. So a lot of times people don't utilize that. They ask me or they ask John. Once you're in there, you get sent information all the time. So just check your email. You'll know what's going on. Every Monday, you'll get an idea of what's going on, too, as well.
Discounts on therapies, therapy of the week, events going on, information, maybe where we're going to be at or what's going to be happening, I guess. Everything you need to know is in that newsletter every week. Monday, you'll get it. Text 22828. Titan Medical as the text, and you'll be good to go.
Also, too, when you guys come to our events, make sure you guys hit the iPad when you come by. When everyone wants to come by and get a free T-shirt and say hello, make sure you touch the iPad. That way, you're automatically signed up for the newsletter. So as soon as you hit the iPad, boom, you don't have to call anymore. You just check the email every Monday, and everything's on there. Events, discounts, therapy of the week, everything.
Yep. So it's been a pleasure to be with you guys this Friday for another Titan Lifestyle. It's good to be back here with my big brother Drew. We're gonna have a great rest of next week too, and we're coming out with some different therapies very soon for you guys. So I'm very excited about that.
Yes, new therapies, peptides are still available, so call as quick as you can. Take advantage of them being available now. Make sure you guys hit the bell on YouTube videos so you're notified of videos like this. Check out the podcast. We're on TikTok, Facebook, and Instagram. I will see you guys